My name is Chris Boehner with FLIR Systems. Today I'm going to show you how to get started with the ExaminIR Max software package. First, let's connect to an IR camera. We do this by going to the camera menu, select, and we'll see all the IR cameras that are currently connected to this specific laptop. There, I see an SC8000 connected through Gigabit Ethernet. I'll select it and click on Connect. In a few moments, we see a beautiful IR image. Let's change the color palette. We do this by going to the View menu, Palette, and choosing from any number of color palettes available with the ExaminIR Max. Let's choose Iron Bow. There, that looks good. If I want to adjust the level and span, I go under the Image Enhancement tool, select the cursor, and move it to the right or left. In this case, I'm really only interested in the pixels that are on my coffee cup, so I'm going to ignore all the background pixels. I've adjusted my span, and by clicking in the middle, I can tweak my level as well. There, that looks pretty good. Let's go ahead and record some data. I'm going to go under the Recording menu and choose Edit Record Settings. This brings up a separate window that allows me to record to memory, or to disk periodically. Today I'm going to record to memory, let's say 25 frames. I also can choose a unique folder to record the data to. Under the main ExaminIR Max data folder, I'm going to create a new folder and call it Demo. I select it, and now all my movie files and snapshots are going to be recorded directly under that subfolder. If I want to give a unique name to my movie files, I can do that as well. Let's name it SC8000. And I'm going to create a counter as well that starts at 0 and increments in steps of 1 for each subsequent file. I could do the same naming convention for the snapshots as you see that I've done already here. Click OK, and I'm ready to record data. Go back under the Record menu, and I'll choose Record a Movie. There, I've recorded 25 frames of data. To open these, I have two options. I can go to File, Open, or I can click on the Tools options, find my data, double-click, and it immediately starts playing back in the main window. You'll notice I have quite a few playback options. I can play forward, fast forward, play backwards, fast backwards, or jump to the beginning or end of the movie file. If I want to jump to a very specific frame, I can do that as well. Let's say we want to jump to frame 10. There we go. Let's do some analysis on the image. You may have already noticed that anywhere I move my cursor, I get the pixel X and Y coordinate values as well as the current pixel value. For the SC8000 I'm using today, it's displaying the raw analog to digital count value. If this camera was calibrated, I would be seeing a calibrated temperature value there instead. This makes it very convenient to mouse around and find out each pixel's value. But let's add an analysis tool. I'm going to click on the box and draw a box on my coffee cup. If I right-click on it, I can go to Properties and give that box a unique name. I can give it a unique color as well, and I can even give it a unique emissivity or distance to target. This is especially helpful if I'm looking at a scene that has multiple emissivity targets. Let's add a line profile as well. I'll draw that across my image, right-click again, and give it a unique name. How about something simple like line profile? Now let's add some analysis based on the line. The line's already selected, so now I can go under my Analysis menu and choose Line Profile. If I single mouse click, I get a line profile in a new freestanding window. If I wish to dock this line profile window into my main window, I simply click and drag it to either dock it below or to the right of the image. Let's dock it to the right of the image. There, now I can see my line profile and my IR image at the same time. Let's click on the box now and add a statistics table or viewer to the image. Again, I could left mouse click and get a freestanding window, but let's go ahead and put it on top of the line profile. I drag it over and dock it on top of the line profile. Now I have tabbed viewing where I can see either my statistics table or my line profile. If I wish to have both at the same time, I just grab the tab and redock it on top of, below, to the left, or to the right of the image. Let's put it below. There, that's perfect. Let's go ahead and add a temporal plot as well to the box measurement tool. Again, dragging it, and in this case, I'm going to dock it right on top of the line profile. I'll go to the beginning of my recording, play it, and we see that it starts charting out the data. Let's say I wanted to share this data with a colleague or a customer. I can go under the temporal plot options, click on the Save button, and I can save it as a bitmap or a CSV file. The CSV file lets me open it up in Excel or any other spreadsheet program. I'll call it My Data File. I've just saved all that data. I'm going to go ahead and hide the options again. Another way of exporting data for sharing with clients or customers is I go into the File menu, Export, and I can export the current image as a bitmap, a JPEG, or a lot of other image output file options. If I wanted to export multiple images as JPEGs or comma-separated value files or bitmaps, I can do that as well. But let's say I wanted to export the movie. Yeah, I can do that as well. I click on Movie, and I can export it as a Windows Media Video file. Probably one of the more revolutionary features of ExaminIR Max is the ability to create self-viewing files. To do this, I go under Tools, Make Self-Viewing File, and then click Make. What this is going to do is it'll take the entire ExaminIR program, wrap it around the data, and make a single executable file. I can then give that file to anybody without them having to install ExaminIR, and they're able to open up the data that it was bundled with and do a lot of the analysis tools and functions that I've been showing you just now. It's a great way to share data without having to buy additional copies or licenses of ExaminIR or without messy installs. Probably one of the best things about ExaminIR is how easy it is to connect and view an IR image in a matter of seconds. So by wiping away all the analysis tools we did and simply going to Camera Connect, again I see my live IR image and I'm ready for analysis and data collection. Thank you for listening today. For further information, please contact FLIR Systems